What up, everybody? Yeah, man, there's so much stuff going on right now. I just couldn't keep my mouth shut for much longer. You know, I ain't really a guy with a whole lot of words except for when I get in front of on this YouTube. Because I don't like to talk a lot of people about politics because people tend to get angry with me, and the truth is, I go ahead and I let them get angry and I just keep talking because well, the people who tend to argue and really become angry with me, they tend to be feminine men or women, And really, I just don't care about them getting angry. Matter of fact, most of the time I think whatever position that they're taking is probably some ungodly, some demonic nonsense. Because for the most part, I know that I'm a fair man. I know the Lord. I know Jesus. I understand fairness. I've been on both sides of the street as far as having been the type to exploit somebody in their vulnerability and have been exploited in my own vulnerability. So, all that to say that, so much of the stuff that's going on, I see people fair-minded people, they're trying to make sense of it. They're trying to go, well, this would make sense if they did this, and I could see them, maybe they'll have the wall if the immigrants would do this, or like this guy who went and did this fake, got beat up by Trump supporters, Jussie Mullet. Yeah, like that guy, maybe he wouldn't have done that if this had happened or if his life hadn't been right. It didn't have nothing to do with him being gay, and it didn't, it didn't have nothing to do with him being an empire and all of this stuff. I'm gonna bring some real quick clarity to everybody right now. All right, if you with me, hear me on this. All right, this is spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare. And some of you don't get it because you don't think with the spirit. You don't understand spiritual matters. I understand. You individuals, all I can tell you is, you unequipped for this battle. You're just not in shape for it, and you're going to be blown whichever way the wind take you. Now there's another group of people who are spiritually grounded. They do understand. I understand Empire. I understand everybody who watches Empire. I watched, after the first season of Empire was over with and everybody was talking about how good it was, I went and bought a DVD, from a bootleg DVD, just so I could kind of catch up and be up on current events. And it was like the very first episode that I watched. The father was beating up the baby gay son because he had dressed up like a girl or something. And I knew the rest of the story from there on out. I already knew exactly what was going to happen. The father's going to come and he's going to be sorry. The father's a really bad guy at the time that he abuses. He punishes his son for dressing up like a woman, and then when the boy grows up gay, he's going to be the hero of the family. Because this is what Hollywood does, and it was such a simple formula. I knew that a lot of people were just gonna go, oh yeah, look, the gay dude got victimized by his traditional father, who was a piece of crap because he didn't want his son to be gay and he was rejecting his son for being gay. I already knew what the rest of the storyline was going to be. I never watched another episode. So that's what I thought about Empire. And everybody who watched it, I can tell you, everybody who I've ever heard say, hey, I got to go watch Empire, I've thought to myself, well, you are somebody I would expect to watch Empire. You're somebody I would expect to believe Empire hype. And be one of these people who, right now, no doubt, you're one of the people. Anyway, so Jussie Smollett went out and claimed he was getting some subway and got beat up by a couple of Trump supporters, just lying to get attention. That's what fags do. That's what homos do, So y'all stop acting like you're surprised about act like you ain't seen this bullshit before. We've all seen it before, These some of these people, they think that There's so much anti-white sentiment in there that they can exploit it easily by just going out and becoming a victim, even if they have to set up circumstances to make themselves become a victim. Watch out for my other videos, man, because I've been on a roll the last couple of ones. I thought they were pretty cool. So anyway, subscribe to the channel and share the video. You know, one of the other things is about like this State of the Union and the wall money and all of this stuff. You know, now I'm for a wall. I'm all for a wall. I'm all for paying for the wall. I understand Trump said that Mexico was going to pay for it, and this is the Democrats' way of making him eat his words. You know, humbling him, stop saying stuff. See, and then here's the thing about the wall. Mexico can still pay for the wall. You know, I haven't lost that narrative, and you shouldn't either. You know, there are a lot of ways, you know, and I'm sure at the time that Trump said it, he didn't realize that the deep state was as thick as it is. He didn't realize that these people who are fighting him were organized. This is organized obstruction you got going with this dude, you know, from the courts to the media, you know, and it's really, you know, it's really unfortunate because really black people are really having a good time under this, are really doing very well under this administration, and too many of you have been puppets so long you don't know how to stop. You don't know the difference between empire and real life. You know, you don't know the. Anyway, I'm not going to refrain from making bad jokes about Jussie Smollett going to Subway, what he was going there for. But, you know, the rumor is, the word on the street is the dude was out cruising. He's a gay dude. He's out cruising. Probably misled somebody and got beat up or something like that. You know, if any of that even happened. So, the other thing, like I said, was like the border wall, Jussie Smollett. The abortion in New York, and then this governor comes out and he's got Ku Klux Klan hood, and then he says he doesn't remember if he was the blackface dude or the dude in the KKK hood. Now, if that, you know, that's when dude really lost my respect. You know, dude, you're lying. Nobody forgets what kind of hot costume they put on. Like, unless you put that on every day. You know, is that what you're saying? You're dressing up like a Klan every day, or you was blackfacing every day so often that you don't remember if it was you in that one. And now he's saying that he doesn't think he was even in that picture, that wasn't even him. You know, I guess he probably looked up the other person who was probably in the picture, and that person probably deceased, and he figured out that he could get away with, you know, with saying that it's not him in the picture, and therefore, you know, nobody. I wondered where the picture came up from anyway. Anyway, all of this stuff, this is all spiritual stuff. All this anti-Trump stuff, this is all the forces of evil working against Donald Trump. That's what this is. These people who are supporting abortion, these are evil people. And you know what the average black person is saying? That they had no idea that that was part of the Democratic platform. They're saying that right now, you know, and they're willing to allow it to be and support it as long as it pisses Trump off. That makes sense to you? You got forfeit life, and these people be in church call themselves Christians. Yeah, these people be in church call themselves Christians. You know, but as I've said before, there's so many fakes. So, you know, I'm no longer even blown away by the lies people tell. I'm just finding out, you know, in my late 50s that people just lie their asses off. And, you know, I used to give the credit to that to the Republican Party, but, you know, I'm finding the Democrats, the Christian Democrats, so-called Christian Democrats, I'm finding out that they'll lie about God. They will lie about God. See, these people have no, in my opinion, no relationship with the Lord whatsoever. They just make it up as they go. They make up the God that loves abortion, that loves gay marriage, that loves, whatever they're doing. The God that they made up loves it. Their single motherhood, their abusive relationships, their whorish ways. God just, he just smiles all on them, and they're the victims of slavery. So anyway, I'm sorry. I wish I had some better news. I just had to get some. I'll say something about some of the stuff going on because I see so many people trying to make sense of it, and you cannot make sense of this. This is spiritual matters. If you don't have a spiritual discernment, you're unequipped to discuss these matters. You're unequipped to deal with them, confront them, solve them. Nothing. You're totally out of your league. So watch out for everybody who claims they're Christian Democrat. Those are evil people. Those are people who don't mind lying. They love lying. They think lying is perfectly good. Telling absolutely any lie they want is fine if it can get them closer to a result that they desire. So they can tell you you were the rape captain at an orgy or something like they did with Brett Kavanaugh. And here these people go and make off all this stuff, and there's no penalty whatsoever. No penalty. God help us. Hey, I want you to subscribe to the channel. Before you do anything else, just go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Hit that little notification button so you get a notification. I'm going to get a little bit better with this here in the future. So y'all stay tuned and just watch me blow. All right. Thank you again, and appreciate you. Subscribe, share video, leave me a comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, and I'll see you next time.